I'm Sam Alex, host of Taste of Country Nights with Thomas Rhett. It's so good to finally meet you in person.
You too, buddy.
I love
Congratulations on moving to Nashville.
Wow.
It's exciting.
I've been here 2 other times it was kind of like a blur. It was just 2 quick weekends.
Nashville can be a blur sometimes.
And now, so do you have any tips for a newcomer to town?
Well, I guess you said you're renting an apartment. I guess you got to figure out where you got to live.
Well, yeah, hotel.
There's good spots to eat in every town you move to, but Chili's will always be my favorite restaurant. So
I see.
There's a Chili's on West End.
West End, okay.
Yeah.
But is there a house I can get or rent out around the corner?
Probably so.
I see.
Probably so.
Is it open 24 hours?
Chili's?
Yeah.
Or the house?
Both.
Chili's, no, and the house, I have no clue.
I see. Okay.
I'll find out for you.
Okay. I think we have something in common. We both got married recently.
Congratulations.
Not to each other.
Yeah.
To our respective females.
Our wives.
Other halves. Yeah. Beth, and what's your wife's name?
Lauren. Yep. Been married about a year and 4 months or so.
Wow. Okay.
Yeah. So
wait, what's your date?
October 12th.
October 5th.
Wow.
Okay. Let's see who's going to go
a
longer.
lot in common. Yeah.
So, any tips for a married man? Someone like myself?
Yes, dear.
Okay.
Yes, dear.
I see.
Yes, dear.
Okay.
That's my grandfather taught me that, and I've stuck to it, and it's worked out pretty well for me.
Does she get to go on the road with you?
She does, man. She came up with me a lot last year. But this year we added a couple guys in the band, so the bus is a little tight. And
Okay.
So if you're the only girl on the road, it can be a little complicated. So
does she get to work? Does she blog for you or?
Well, we've. I wish I could hire.
What's so funny about that?
I wish I could hire her to be my personal Instagrammer.
Okay.
Insta-collage. She is so good at social media and all that stuff, and I'm not. So maybe one of these days there's a job for her down the road.
Now, you guys were born in the same hospital the same week, or you've known each other your whole life?
No, we've been in the same school since the first grade, which is pretty wild. Known each other our whole lives. Our families are good friends. We've kind of always, vacationed together and had the same friends, and got together sometime after college and got engaged 6 months later. So
wow.
Yeah.
Now, Thomas, did you play golf in high school and college?
No, I wish. That would make me a lot better now if I had played in high school. But no, it's just a hobby I picked up on the road. You get pretty bored out there during the day. So
you should start doing those golf tip YouTube videos.
I know, I should start my own show or something.
Yeah.
But,
is Adams Golf paying you? Because I thought only people on the senior tour use Adams Golf.
No, they have been so good to us. I mean, I feel like every time their rep, Willie, comes and sees us, he brings a huge box of woods and drivers and sand wedges and stuff. So we've gotten pretty hooked up by those guys.
What's the favorite course you played?
Oh, man. Probably TPC Boston.
Huh, I never heard of it.
Yeah, you've heard of the Players Club.
It's Sawgrass in Florida.
And so they've got one in Boston, and we got to play up there twice, and it's such a pretty course.
What's your dream course?
Man, I probably the same as everybody's. I want to go play Pebble and Spyglass out in Monterey. I'd love to play in the AT&T Pro-Am, which would be.
You should do that. Yeah. I mean, it's always Jake and Darius Rudd.
I know.
I mean, they got to give you a shot.
It's time to give a redneck a shot. So.
Exactly. Have you ever played overseas?
No.
Okay.
Never. I wish.
So, what are you working on this year? What's going on?
We got back on the road towards the end of January, and we've been doing a lot of headlining stuff, and having a few of my buddies come and be on the road with us, and we're about to hop on the Let It Ride tour with Brantley Gilbert for a couple months, and then we're going to do all the fair and festival stuff in the summer, and then we're hopping on the road with Miranda Lambert in the fall. So it's a fun year. It's packed out already, and just looking forward to it. So
I know you've been writing a long time before you were being who you are, the entertainer. So when did you finally say, "Whoa, I can say, man, I play music for a living"?
I guess it was when I started to get cuts on other artists' records. There came a point where I was like, man, I'm writing these songs and they're singing them. It would be cool if I wrote them and I sang them. And it was at that point where I really started to play more shows and try to shop around for a record deal and all that kind of stuff. And
I mean, growing up, what did you want to do when you were older? You never really thought about it.
Well, my dad was a singer, and so it was always, kind of in my blood to kind of do it. But, I was in a lot of different bands growing up. I mean, I've always sang and played and, loved to be on stage and stuff. But it never was one of those things that was like this is what I'm going to do, at 5 years old or whatever. And so, I went to college not really having a clue why I was really.
Where did you go to school at?
I went to Lipscomb, right down the road.
Oh, really?
In Nashville, yep.
Did you live at home or do you live in the dorms?
I lived in the dorms.
Good for you.
Yep.
Good.
And
that's where the real learning takes place.
Yeah, exactly. And so, it was like my sophomore year where I started writing songs and, luckily signed a publishing deal and started to write full time and go to class full time. And then, I had to make a decision which one was more important, and obviously I picked not school, and so I dropped out when I was about a junior. I had like 20 hours of college left.
Yeah, well, you
and
can always do online classes. Still make it work.
I might just do it so I can tell my kids I win.
No, this is what you do. They invite you to be a commencement speaker, then they give you an honorary degree.
That would be perfect. That would be perfect.
That's what John Malkovich did at Illinois State, where I went.
Yeah,
and it worked out.
awesome.
I'm looking forward to seeing you on the road this summer and at Chili's here in Nashville.
That's
Thomas
right.
Rhett.
Good to see you, buddy.